But you know, the funny thing I find about people who say they don't want to be judgmental, the people who was always saying they don't judge me are the main ones always judging your conversation. Now, why is it okay for somebody to judge everything? I said that's hate speech. Wait a minute. I said that you shouldn't be able to get, two men shouldn't be able to get married, two women shouldn't be able to get married. I didn't say I wanted to kill you. That's my right. And I firmly believe that there's a definition of marriage. Just like there's a definition of a dog. There's a definition of a cow. Nobody looks at a damn horse and says that's an elephant, because today the horse feels like an elephant. I don't care how the horse feels. Horse can feel like an elephant all he wants to. He can make elephant noises. He can paint himself. They can paint the horse gray. That ain't making that horse great. They can go chop his tail off. They can give him an elephant's head and all this kind of crap. He's still a freaking horse. This is the type of insanity. Matter of fact, he's going to look like a Frankenstein horse. You can put an elephant head on him anyway. But this is the insanity, because people say that this person, Jeff over here, like, let's use Bruce Jenner, because Bruce Jenner has been in the news so much. Bruce over here says he's been trapped inside the wrong body all of his life. Well, you know what? I've been trapped inside the wrong bank account all my life. Technically, I'm supposed to have Bill Gates' money. I don't understand why I don't have his money, but it ain't fair. When I was born to be a billionaire, but I don't got his money. So Bill Gates needs to give up the money, because I need to start getting Bill Gates money. Or the American people just can give me billions and billions of dollars, because technically I was born a billionaire, but I have not come into my billionaireness. But this is the same illogical statement that people are saying, I was born in the wrong body. I've never seen such an absurd statement for somebody saying they was born in the wrong freaking body. You don't even see animals being this stupid. You never see a monkey saying, I was really born a lion. I have no business being a monkey. See, that's how we monkey with everything that's rational. That's what I'm talking about, the common sense logic. Notice a lot of times animals are more smarter than human beings. Because one thing I learned about animals is that animals know who they are. When you see the lion, he roars like a lion. A lion ain't over here making hoo, 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 acting like a monkey, because a lion knows who he is. You'll never see a cow saying, woo, woo. No, a cow said, moo. He's a freaking cow. He knows he's a freaking cow. Dog, you ain't seeing it. You don't see a dog trying to be a horse. And vice versa. You just name it. You don't see a fish saying, you know what, I ain't swimming no more. I want to be a giraffe. The absurdity in this whole transgender thing, it blows my mind. It absolutely stretches my mind past all logic, because these people are so mentally delusional. They're so warped in the brain. We can't get basic elements like male and female right. I think they got some Girl Scouts now when they want to take out whether it's boy and girl. In other words, let's stop calling it Boy and Girl Scouts now. Let me call it just Scouts, because somebody's going to get offended. Go start your own freaking Scouts, and you can call it transgender Scout. Why you got to corrupt that Scouts? Because this is what happens. That's why I call them the homosexual mafia, because they do everything in their power to try to force their opinion on you. Cakes by Melissa. They have literally ran those people out of business because they wouldn't bake these freaks a cake. Bake your own damn cake, or go get somebody else who don't mind breaking your freaking cake. Stop comparing yourself to the civil rights movement too. It's embarrassing. Dude, you are a dude. Woman, you're a woman. Ain't nothing hateful about that. It's rational common sense. And I told you, we need to take a good dose of basic common sense and stop catering to these freaks, acting like they lost their damn mind. There is no such thing as a transgender. Fool, you was born a dude. I don't care if Cher's son / daughter was mixed up. That's why the heifer's overweight now. Because now she's taking all these hormones. They tell me she's depressed. I'll be depressed too. I'm born a woman. I'm going to take all these hormone things and stuff. Now I'm trying to pretend like I'm a man. That's why they miserable. And most of them have to go out their way to seem happy. That's why they try to make gay. I'm so happy. No, they're not happy. No way you can be happy taking stiff ones in the rear. And no way you can be happy constantly trying to live your life as something you was not born of. That's like me going to get a Mercedes-Benz and say I'm going to start pulling 50-foot trailers with a Mercedes-Benz. It wasn't built for that. Certain things were built for certain things. I know this makes some of you upset. Like, you don't use a computer like for hammering nails in, because the computer was not built to hammer damn nails. A computer was built to either type, research things on the internet, type papers, do things like that. If you have a printer, A printer is used to print out papers, copies of what you want to see. A printer is not used for skydiving. You said, this is my parachute. My printer is. I'm going to attach this printer to my backpack, and I'm going to jump out the airplane, and I'm going to make sure I'm fly, because in my mind, the printer is a freaking parachute. That's not going to end well for you, because one day you're going to jump out of a perfectly good plane. Not that I would ever jump out of a perfectly moving plane. I have no intentions of skydiving. Not my thing. When people say, oh, this is more safer than driving on the streets, I'll take my chances. Because if you say it's been 1 in every 1,000 person actually dies for skydiving, I could be the 1,000th person. So that's not going to do me any damn good listening to your logic. But that's the case. Why don't you, if you can just change anything to be what you want it to be, go get yourself a typewriter or a printer. Put it in your backpack, go jump out of an airplane, and says, in my mind, this printer, this typewriter is a freaking parachute. See, don't you go splat when you hit the freaking ground. That's the type of uncertainty. See, when you look at things from a logical standpoint, when you tell yourself that doesn't make any sense from a logical standpoint, then it becomes clearer. The picture becomes a little bit clearer. You ever seen an artist painting a canvas, and all of a sudden you don't know, all he has is the backdrop. You don't know what he's trying to paint. Next thing, it may end up being a castle. It may end up being a shark in the water, or something that's beautiful, flowers or something. But when he first starts, it's just a canvas, and he starts with colors, and you don't know, you can't see the picture clearly. Well, let me help you out. I can help you see the picture clearly. Some things are built for certain things. You don't have to be that smart to figure it out. That's not homophobic. That's not trying to offend you. That's common logic. And when you ignore common logic, bad things happen. If you try to make something be used for the purpose of which it was not intended for, things always ends bad. Can America be saved from herself? The reason that she's having so much problems is that we won't use basic logic.